Wow, this is amazing.
Feels like we're on a... G'day, I'm Maddie and this is Mitch. And we're currently roaming around Australia in our van, surfing, diving and living slowly inspired by nature. Subscribe to join us on our adventure every week.
We continue our South Australia journey on the Fleurieu Peninsula. We spent the day checking out some of the popular towns and beaches. The weather wasn't too great and there wasn't much surf, so we hung out in the van for the arvo and found an awesome spot down in the national park to camp for the night.
The hardest part about getting to camp is trying to decide where to adjust and put the car. We always end up having a bit of an argument about it.
No, we don't.
Yes, sometimes we do.
Sometimes. I wanted to show off our new GoPro.
We've got a new GoPro. It's very, very cool.
Oh.
Can't wait to take it diving.
Maybe later in the week.
Alright, time to park the car. We've set up at camp, having a cuppa, reading a book. I'm reading Stolen Focus. It's very good. And yeah, we're just gonna settle in here for the arvo and the night. It's very wet and rainy, so we've rugged up and we're gonna have an early night. Morning.
Oh,
Look at those islands.
I know.
Did you see them yesterday?
Yeah, I did see him on the walk.
I didn't notice them yesterday.
Good morning. This is day 2 on the Fleurieu. We've woken up in the Deep Creek National Park. We're going for a walk. What do you think?
Loving it. Beautiful.
It was raining all day yesterday and it's pretty cloudy today, but it's not as bad. It's sunny above us, but it's a bit cloudy and it's raining out to sea. But it's beautiful up here. We're right up on the top of the hill, like we're pretty high up. There's just so much greenery. There's a few kangaroos around.
They're all over on that hill there. Can you see them?
Oh, they are. I've woken up with a bit of a blocked nose, if you can't tell, but it's starting to clear up, which is good. Something I learnt the other day, something I found out. A wind turbine in, I think, Brazil generated the most electricity in 24 hours ever, and it was enough electricity to power one home for 27 years.
What?
That electricity was generated in one day.
Wow.
How crazy is that? It's just insane.
That's so sick.
Yeah, really cool. There's kangaroos everywhere up here, and we think we just saw a deer. Hello. What have you been doing?
Did the grocery shopping?
It's a bit loud, isn't it?
I don't think I forgot anything. I think I got everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We are now at Rapid Bay. We've made it to our campsite. It's a really sick spot. It's right on the beach, so you've got ocean views. We're gonna go for a bit of a snorkel down at the pier. What do you think of this spot?
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm keen to get in for a dive because Apparently the pier is a pretty good dive spot, and there's some caves around the end of the beach as well, so we might go for a paddle and go and check them out later or tomorrow. And the sand's pretty interesting. Like, look at the sand. It's a bit finer down there, but it's like thick.
It's a very mountainous landscape.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it seems like it would be like New Zealand or something. I don't know. We haven't been there, but that's what it seems. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Hello, going for a dive. Going to see some leafies.
Yep, we're gonna dive the pier at Rapid Bay because apparently there's leafies out there, which is awesome. We are also now on the Great Southern Reef. The Great Southern Reef stretches from the top of New South Wales all the way around to Kalbarri in WA. And it's an interconnected rocky reef system that's connected mainly by one species of kelp or seaweed called Aclonia radiata. And you'll find most of the same sort of temperate species. So not many people really know much about it, or the public don't really know much about it. So the Great Southern Reef organisation has set up to raise more public awareness around trying to protect the reef and how important it is. We haven't been for a dive back on the southern part of Australia for a while, so we're back on the Great Southern Reef, and it's going to be a lot different to diving up in Queensland, but equally as beautiful.
How's the water?
Oh, it's good. Yep. Didn't see any weedies today. I mean, leafies. Didn't see any leafies. The viz wasn't amazing. Better tomorrow, we might get back in and have another look. So we've got the boards and we've got our snorkel gear, and we're going to go for a paddle around to some caves that we've heard about. Apparently you can snorkel around there and it looks pretty amazing. So we're going to go and check them out. Excited?
So keen. Let's do it.
Oh wow, beautiful. How you going?
Just warming up.
The beach is pretty long. We chose to paddle the whole length of the beach instead of walk because yeah, it would have been easier. But I flew the drone up here this morning and I saw that there's a couple little like hidden beaches, like little coves. So we might go and pull the boards up on the beach and then put our mask and snorkel on and get in for a snorkel. We don't really know what we're going to find yet. amazing. It's a beautiful coastline.
So we've just pulled up at a little tiny private beach with our own little cave, and it's so sick. Feels like we're on a... I was just saying, it feels like we're on a deserted island.
Castaway Part 2. I'm so happy to be back by the ocean where you're not at risk of being eaten by a croc or stung by a jellyfish. But it's so nice. We can get in, go for a snorkel around the cliffs, and oh, scared me. It's awesome. Yeah. And I'm loving the new GoPro. It's so easy to use. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. We
Unreal.
take it on little adventures like this. Alright, I'm gonna jump in and see what I can see. Oh, a bit cold. Down one of the first caves. This is sick. Look at that. Well, there wasn't that much out there. Some nice little patches of seaweed, but I think I saw one small toadfish, and that was it.
This place is so stunning. I don't feel like I'm in Australia. It feels like either New Zealand or Hawaii. I'm still trying to decide because the cliffs are just so crazy, like so beautiful. The coastline's amazing, and then the water is definitely up there with some of the bluest water I've ever seen. So yeah, we're loving it here.
What have we got for dinner?
Water bowls, quinoa, brown rice, a heap of fried veggies, whatever we've got, and some tofu and some toppings.
Yum.
Should be good.
That's pretty good. Nice and healthy.
Yeah. We need to balance out all the chocolate we've been eating.
Yeah. We didn't end up getting back in for a dive, the Savo. I went for a bit of a fish off the jetty. I had no luck. Yeah, we did a bit of exploring this morning, which was awesome, and it kind of just took the energy out of us. We're staying at Rapid Bay at the moment. We're going to stay here another night and keep exploring the peninsula tomorrow.
And it's a sick campsite right on the beach. Look at our view. And we bumped into the absolute legends, our Australia trip, Hayley and Brad. They're staying here as well, and they're so lovely. We've been hanging out with them a little bit.
Yeah, absolute legends.
making a quick lunch before we go down to Port Noarlunga to go and explore the beach down there. We left Rapid Bay this morning, said goodbye to that campsite. It was so nice to be there, but moving on.
Made some good friends as well. Had an
Yeah.
awesome time.
Absolutely. And for the rest of the day, we're going to go explore Port Noarlunga as well. Looks like there's some snorkeling there you can do. And then we've heard of a cool spot that you can drive down onto the beach. So we might go do that later and have our dinner down there. So it should be good. The sun is pumping today. Such a nice day. So
Scorcher.
we are making the most of it.
Yum. So good, especially because I was really hungry.
So we're out at Port Noarlunga and we're going to go for a snorkel at the end of the pier. There's a huge, long, rocky reef and it's a pretty popular snorkel site. And it's bloody hot here today, so we are getting back into the water.
Magic today. So keen to get in.
There's heaps of little fish called sea sweep down there. There's not much else. Mask troubles over here.
Yeah, my mask come unsealed, so I'm out. I'm done.
Just have to open your eyes under the water.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, it's so beautiful out here. Look at it. Oh.
We've had some pretty dodgy water lately that we've been trying to fill up the van with. So every time we go to fill up our water, we taste test it first to make sure it's yummy.
Yeah, good enough.
Is it?
Try again. Yeah, oh yeah.
Good?
Perfect.
Okay.
So much better than Mount Gambier.
Yeah, Mount Gambier. Mount Gambier, you need to lift your water game. We just got to Salix Beach, and that's the spot where you can drive your car onto the beach, even two-wheel drives. Apparently you can get down there. Oh, I'm a bit nervous. Are you nervous?
Nah, I'm not nervous. That'll be fine. Looks pretty hard.
How good's this?
Oh, this is awesome. We've got our curry, we've got our yellow curry, and We're on the beach and we're about to watch the sun go down. First time I've had the band on the beach, so I was a bit nervous, but it's fine. And like the scenery, like look at that over there, just beautiful. What do you reckon?
This is 10 out of 10.
And what about the beach?
Yeah, it's also 10 out of 10. Nah, it's so cool. Like we're watching the sunset over the ocean. It's like we're in WA already.
Kinda.
Kind of.